All right, well, it is Valentine's Day. We teased that at the top of the show, and we want to talk something fun for this special day. Joining me now is Derrell Smith. He's a former NFL player turned food entrepreneur and co-owner of Smokey Chan's BBQ. Derrell, thank you so much for joining. And what is on tap for you this Valentine's Day when it comes to cooking?
You know what's crazy? I'm actually at the barbecue restaurant today. So after I get off of this, I'm making some cornbread and hopping over to the spot. But me and my lady celebrated last night. We made some pasta and we played some parcheesi, had some sparkling cider, and we just had a little good time. Put some flowers on the table. So it was a good night.
Oh, that sounds like a great night, Derrell. I think a lot of people are looking to you and wondering maybe what is the best way to make this Valentine's Day go off without a hitch, including in the kitchen. Any special recipes, anything easy to whip up that you would recommend to our viewers?
You know, I thought about this. And when I lived in New York City, I used to cater hedge funds. And whenever we went to the hedge funds, they were always the cheapest people. And so I figured that pasta would be like the best thing for the hedge fund people because it's cheap. It's something you can get creative with. You can go from cacio e pepe to a lobster if you want to get a little bit more fancy and spend some of that hedge fund money. Veal cutlet is always good. But for me, I always want to focus on the day after. Like thinking about that morning after, if you could lay up and you get your Hershey Kiss tonight and you wake up and you can make breakfast for your significant other, I would go with something like Nutella crepes with strawberries or like a tortilla española or something along those lines. So dinner, yes, hedge fund people, get your pasta, save that money. But in the morning, Nutella crepes with some strawberries. That's my
Derrell, that sounds really good. And for our viewers watching, right, they know you, of course, for your incredible work on the field. You're doing incredible things in front of the camera now, too, and that is hosting Mad Good Food on Tastemade. How did you make this transition?
You know, I don't know. I remember I had this mentor in football, and one day before he left me, I remember him stopping and giving me like these piercing eyes, and he was like, "Derrell, you could do whatever you want." And I took that to heart, and I literally just lived my life in that way. But every single thing that I've gone into, whether it's from the NFL to working in advertising to winning the meatball competition in Brooklyn and starting a meatball empire, for me, it's always coming in humble. So everything that I've ever done, I've come in humble. And I think that starting from the bottom and trying to learn every single position before I become boss of it has been the thing that has helped me along the way. And now, like you mentioned, we are starting Smokey Chan's, which is our barbecue spot in LA, Culver City downtown at Citizens Public Market. Come check us out. I'm making brisket cheesesteaks. But I come in humble and I don't act like I don't know what I don't know until I do know it. And then when I do know it, I'm guns blazing. I'm doing it. Look at them nachos. Ow.
Yeah, those look really good, Derrell.
That's a cheesesteak.
That is a cheesesteak. That looks amazing. Of course, we've been following everything that's been happening in Los Angeles in the wake of the wildfires. I certainly hope you and your business and your community there are okay. How has that changed things for you?
You know, it's a strange place. Los Angeles is so big that it's certain pockets that are more affected than others. And but it's still chaos. Like it's such a chaotic place. And it reminds me of being in Brooklyn during the pandemic where everybody kind of like came together around this one cause. It's been really cool to be in Los Angeles, which could be a shallow place sometimes. But during the wildfires, everybody came together, pitched in, and it was very refreshing to see the community of Los Angeles gather around something and make change. And a lot of people were affected. Thank God we weren't directly, but a lot of my friends lost homes, had to be evacuated, left Los Angeles altogether. It was great to see just everybody come together and do their part to fix it.
Derrell, very fast, your take on the Super Bowl this year?
Go Birds, baby. Go Birds. That's all you need to know.
Go Birds. Oh, what a great game it was. And I wish we had more time, Derrell. I would have asked you what you were cooking up for the Super Bowl this year, but I got to say, a great insight, especially on this holiday, Valentine's Day. We so appreciate you joining. That's Derrell Smith. He's a former NFL player turned food entrepreneur and co-owner of Smokey Chance BBQ. Derrell, thank you.
Thanks for having me.